Hey everybody, wanted to review a few things before your quiz today. So just a reminder, if you're asked to graph and you see just one variable, like just x equals or just y equals, that is going to be either a vertical or horizontal line. So if it's x equals, it cuts through the x-axis at that number. Okay, so if I see x equals 2, I'm going to go to the x-axis, count to 2, 1, 2, and then make my line. So that would look like a vertical line at 2. Then y equals -4. I'm going to find the y-axis, count down to -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and extend that line all the way across. So it's cutting through the y-axis at -4. It's saying no matter what the x is, the y is always -4. So make sure you have that down, you don't mix those two up. Then if we ask, so these first four are just asking you to graph. You'll see some questions like this that are asking you to graph, and you should notice that they are not in slope-intercept form. So when you see x and y on the same side, that is where we had to always start by bringing the x over, the x term over, by adding or subtracting. So if this is like a positive 3x here, I'm going to do the opposite and subtract it so that it cancels on that side. It adds up to 0. Then we have -y equals on that side. And then just a reminder that the -3x I can't subtract from the 4. These are not like terms. One has an x, one does not. So I put one in front of the other, and we want to put the x term in front so that at the end my answer is in slope-intercept form. Last step, I'm going to divide by the number in front of the y. This one's kind of weird because it looks like maybe there's not a number in front, but remember, you can always put a 1 in front. So that's your clue. Okay, we have a -1 in front. I don't want to just leave my answer like that. I don't want to know what -y equals. I want to know what y equals. So, careful with this one. We would need to divide out a -1 from every number when you're dividing by -1. So here they will cancel, get just y. Then I need to simplify each of these fractions here. -3 divided by -1, negative over negative would make a positive. 3 divided by 1 would just make 3. Use your calculator if you had to. 4 divided by -1 then, I would simplify. Positive 4 divided by -1, well, that would give me -4. If I have a single negative when I'm dividing, that makes the whole thing negative. So that's what I would get for my equation. Then don't forget to graph. So now it's in slope-intercept form. So remember, when we graph that, we look at the last number first. That's our y-intercept. Always start by plotting that on your y-axis. So I'm going to go to -4. That'd be like 0, -4 as an ordered pair. So I'm going to go down to -4 and make my first point. This we reviewed yesterday. This is just graphing slope-intercept form. Then I look at the slope to figure out how I'm going to move to my next point. So remember, if it's a whole number like that, we can write it in slope form or fraction form by writing over 1. The 1 always goes in the bottom, remember, not the top. And then as you're graphing, top number tells me how much I'm moving up or down. If the top number is positive, that means up. Bottom number tells me how much I move left or right. If the bottom number is positive, that means right. So to get to my next point, I'm going to move up 3 and to the right 1 from that original point I just plotted. So up 3 to the right 1. And then connect those to make your line. And you can keep going up 3 to the right 1 if you just want it to be more accurate. Doesn't hurt, but you only need 2 points to make the line. So for the graphing part, I'm looking to see that you plotted the y-intercept in the correct spot and you move correctly based on the slope. All right, let's try one more like that. So if I'm asked to graph this, I want to get y by itself, get it in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to bring that x term to the other side. It's negative, so I'm going to do the opposite and add. That leaves me with just 2y over here because this would add to 0. On the right, we're going to call that 3x plus 8. Last step, divide every term by the number in front of the y. I'm going to divide every term by 2, because then 2 over 2 will cancel here. See if you can simplify this fraction. 3 over 2, there's nothing I could divide out of both top and bottom. Remember, you could type that in your calculator as well, 3 divided by 2, and then do math frac to see if it reduces. You would just get the same fraction back, which means it doesn't reduce. 8 divided by 2, then I can simplify, that is 4. So here's what I get for my equation. Now I want to graph it. I'm going to start at the end by plotting a point at that y-intercept. Always on the y-axis first, plot my point. Then if my slope is 3 over 2, top number is my rise, bottom number is my run. So I'm going to move up 3, to the right 2, plot my next point, connect them to make my line. Always be checking your work. Remember, if your slope is positive, your line should be going up from left to right. So it's looking good there. All right, so graphing. You're going to have graphing on just horizontal and vertical, graphing slope-intercept form, and then you're going to be asked to graph things like this that are in standard form. Make sure you solve those for y first. Then the rest of your quiz is going to be writing the equation. So these steps will be on the board for you. First step is always figure out the slope some way, somehow. So sometimes they'll just tell you the slope. Sometimes they will make you find the slope using the slope formula. That's the case here when you're given 2 points. And then sometimes they'll kind of, in a code way, tell you the slope based on parallel or perpendicular. So first one here, they're giving us 2 points. In order to find the slope, always label your points x1, y1, x and y of the first point, and then x2, y2, x and y of the second point. Plugging into my slope formula, that is always my step 1 here. So I'm going to say if my slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, I like to put the minus signs in there so I don't forget. And then just start plugging stuff in. y2 comes first, that is 2. y1 we said is -3, so we got a double negative there. x2, 6, so just plug them in. x1, -4. Okay, you could simplify across the top by calling that plus, or remember you could also do this in your calculator. So this is how you would do it by hand. 2 plus 3 gives me 5, 6 plus 4 gives me 10, and then that would simplify down to 1/2. If you wanted though, remember, if you're like, I'm just trying to get by and pass this test, I'm not moving on to super high levels of math, you could use alpha y equals to get the fraction and type it in exactly like you see it. Just make sure you say minus -3, 6 minus -4. And then if it gives you a decimal, we can go math, frac. These steps are also on the board to get your fraction. Okay, so we did all that just to find the slope. Be careful. Some people on the test just leave their answer like that. They think, oh, I must be done. Nope, that is just step 1. That is finding your slope. Now we need to move on to step 2 and 3, which will really be the same every time. Let me make some more room for myself here. Okay, step 2 is plug into your slope point formula. All of your pieces should already be labeled here. So I know for my slope, I'm going to plug in 1/2. I don't plug anything in for the x, but x1, I'm going to plug in up here this -4. Okay, and then y minus y1 we said is -3. And then for step 3, you're going to get it into slope-intercept form. To do that, I like to start by changing any double negatives to be plus. So x minus -4 becomes +4. And then remember to put it into slope-intercept form. You distribute that number in front of the parentheses. I'm trying to get rid of the parentheses here. That's our goal. And then 1/2 times 4. So you can, again, use your calculator using alpha y equals to get that answer. Or you could say, write 4 as a fraction over 1, multiply across the top, 1 times 4, multiply across the bottom, and then simplify that. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2. If you wanted to do it in your calculator, if you're Want to multiply fractions, I go alpha y equals 1 over 2 using my arrows times 4. Get your answer one way or the other. All right, then last step here is to get y by itself. Ta-ta-da. My iPad is glitching. Here we go. Okay, y plus 3. So then I need to get y by itself by just subtracting the 3. And for that, you just need to remember you can only subtract it from this number at the end. Those are like terms. So my final answer would be 1/2 x minus 1. Y equals 1/2 x minus 1. All right, next one, perpendicular and parallel. Okay, so where did I put that over here? If it says find an equation of a line given a parallel, iPad is glitching again. Parallel or perpendicular, that is just telling you how to find your slope for this example. Okay, so every problem that asks you to write an equation of a line, your first step is figure out the slope. So here they don't tell me the slope, they don't give me 2 points to use the slope formula, so that means I'm gonna have to figure out the slope using this word right here. If it says parallel, remember that means same slope. So I'm gonna look at the equation they give me, I'm gonna look at just the slope. I don't care about the y-intercept at all here. Their original slope is -4. So I'm going to decide, do I keep it the same or do I flip? And since it's parallel, that means same slope. Okay, so my new slope, parallel slope, would be the same thing, -4. Okay, so use the equation they give you to figure out what your slope's going to be. Do I keep this number the same or do I flip it? Then I would label the point that they gave me, x1, y1, and then plug into step 2 like we've been doing. So I'm going to say, here's my equation for step 2 always. If they want a parallel slope, that means it's just the same slope as the equation they give me, so -4. And then the point they give me is the one and only point, that's why we labeled x1, y1. So I'm going to say x1, -2, that'll go here. Y1, -3, that'll go here. Step 3, change any double negatives to become positives, so you don't mess up there. Distribute to get rid of the parentheses. And then add or subtract the number next to the y over to the other side. All right, and that would be your answer. Last one, similar, but they want perpendicular, okay? So if my first step is always figure out the slope, my original slope of the line is what I'm going to look at first, -3/4. But now they're saying we want a perpendicular slope. So perpendicular is opposite reciprocal, or we say flip. Flip that minus to be a plus, and then flip that fraction. So our slope here, we just found, would be +4/3. Then we go through again. Label your points. We only have one point here, so we just have x1, y1. Plug them into your handy-dandy formula. You should be so used to doing these steps by now. I've done it so many times. So I'm going to plug in the slope that we just found, 4/3. x1 is 3, y1 is -2. Then we are going to clean up any double negatives to become positive. Distribute, and then bring the number next to the y over. When I distribute here, it gets a little weird with that 4/3. Remember, you can use your calculator to do 4/3 times. I like to just deal with the minus first. I know if I'm doing positive times a negative, okay, that's going to make it negative right here. And then 4/3 times 3, you could use your calculator. Again, alpha y equals 4/3 times 3. Gives you 4. subtract it. All right. So that is everything you need to be able to do for today for your quiz. Good luck. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.